Hello, everyone. We're back here with our live stream of The Walking Dead Empires. And we have here today Sinister and Johnny, but in addition, two people from the game team, Superboy, Pixel Patron. So I'll let everyone say hello first.
Hello, hello.
What's up, community?
Hey, happy to be here.
And I think that's important also, maybe Superboy and Pixel Patron can tell a little bit about yourselves and what you do inside the game team, so everyone can understand more about our The Walking Dead team. So
Sure thing. You want to go first, Brandon?
Sure. Thank
They
you.
probably know you. You've probably been on the stream. How many times now, you think?
I don't think I've been on this particular stream, but yeah, have done several streams here. I'm Brandon, the lead game designer on The Walking Dead Empires. All things design have a hand in the oven, the pot, something like that. I don't know, some sort of expression of being involved.
Yeah.
Just trying to steer the game to being awesome.
Right on. Sounds good. I'm Chris Miller. I'm one of the artists on the team, also the art director and lead artist for the team. So basically, the breakdown is if there's something about the game you don't like in terms of the way it plays, you can yell at Brandon. And if you don't like the way something looks, you can yell at me, or just give us praise. We'll take either. But it's awesome to see this game kind of become what it is at this point in development. We're probably about, I would say, maybe a year and a half into like full production of the game. So what does that mean? That basically means like we're slowly, moved out of pre-production. We've established our team. All the players are in place in terms of, we have our designers, our artists, our engineers. So we're not really concentrated on staffing. We're concentrated on building the game. And over the next, I would say, 6 months to a year, you're really going to see the visual fidelity of the game increase. So I'm excited to see that come online. Recently, we just had a pretty big technology breakthrough of interior spaces. So I think that's maybe something we're going to possibly be able to show off today, hopefully. And, it's still a work in progress. There's still like some stuff on the art side that, we're still trying to figure out in terms of the lighting. There's like flashlight effects that we want to try to implement into the game. So those are other pieces of the puzzle that we're looking into as well. But just happy to be here, be part of the community, and it's exciting to see the game that we've talked about for all these years, kind of coming to life. Like everybody's had this desire to have this Walking Dead experience where it emulates the show, where you're kind of just thrown into this world and how would you survive. And so being able to kind of live that fantasy through the game is exciting to see, all the stuff that's developing behind the scenes. I wish you guys could, kind of see all the latest updates that we're going to be rolling out soon. But, more to come, essentially.
I gotta say, it is really cool to something that you, like you were talking about, you've been planning it for like a year and talking about different iterations of it and different ways to handle it and stuff, and to the point where it's actually live in the game. Even if like for interiors, it's just like a small sample. It's just like the proof of concept. But it's great, for it to like actually exist. It's no longer like in development.
Yeah, it's kind of fun because it's like it's all the stuff that you don't see. And so on paper or just looking at it from a gameplay perspective, and even some people that dig into Unity forums or mess around with game development engines, it's like, oh yeah, you just add an interior, no big deal. It's like you walk up to this thing, you put a trigger, and you enter into this building. But we're doing so much with the AI, with you know the characters having this huge like sprawling world with all these different NFTs attached and the blockchain supporting all of it. It's it's nothing is trivial on our end. Sure, the tech side of things, it sounds simple, but it's kind of when you rip up the carpets, it's like you kind of expose all these exploits potentially or technical hurdles that we have to overcome. So it's fun. It's a fun challenge for sure, but something that the art team, the engineering team, the design team, we're all have our piece of the puzzle that we're working on. And when they finally do kind of come into place on the table, it's really exciting.
As you can see, as you probably noticed, a lot of our eyes are not looking at the cameras. We're here playing the game, and I believe I have gathered enough wood that I can do an upgrade. You guys want to roll over to my base and we can fight some walkers together?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Let's go. We do have a few hellos to say. Just hello to Lucifer, Smiling. You have even Chaos here. Chaos, thank you for reporting a bug yesterday. It really helped the team. So I'm just passing a really thanks for the team for reporting there. And who else here? Off Grid Rancher is here, and there's even talks about asking about their shirts. We're all using plain shirts.
I am not. I have a nice shirt. Can I see this? Dragon Strike. Thank Anita. Thanks, Anita, for my t-shirt.
And that's one of the things, like win merch of the game. So there's always a request.
I had a request right before we got on air, so Brandon, can you make that happen? Yeah.
I'll do my best.
So those of you who are watching, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. We're playing The Walking Dead, TWD Empires.game. It's free to play. Download the game. And those of you who are watching, we are in P32.
So new people might be wondering, what does that even mean? So if you've downloaded the game and you've plopped into this world, if you press the M key on your keyboard, that'll bring up the map. And P32 would basically be, so this basically shows some information. This is me, the player in the world. This is where I died at one point. And then over here is a shop. So if I wanted to get some goodies, I could probably go over to that shop. But if I zoom out, which is basically just the wheel mouse, I can see that, what'd you say you were in? P, what was it?
32.
P32. Okay, so it's kind of looking at how this works. P32 is this space here, which is a uncommon land. So, Brandon, do you want to kind of give folks the rundown of what all this means? What is common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary? What are city centers? What are battlegrounds?
Yeah, so that's
at?
labeling all the different kind of land there. The environments we have for the common and uncommon are the most finished at this point. You may notice if you go to the higher rarity lands that there are differences, but there's also a lot of the same stuff reused from the other zones. We are constantly working on that and updating it. There's getting more interesting things in there. Like Mr. Pixel Patron here was showing off some cool like suburban setups where you're running down streets between houses and stuff. So there's cool things coming still to explore in the world as we add them. As you can see, now you're seeing my game here. So I think Chris was not in our alliance, but you can see all these pegs on here. You can see the HQs of alliance mates. You can see where they are. There is new tech coming for this map. We're actively working on it. There will be labels over these players and HQs so you can see who they are. You'll also be able to click on them, and then especially when it's kind of like crowded as it is on my screen right here, there'll be a breakdown of all the players who are standing there and stuff, who's HQs and all that. more detailed information. So yeah, the map has come a long way. If you played some of our early versions, you probably saw a much less useful version of the map. That's how game development goes, right? You keep making it better.
Is there any chance we're gonna see that peach come back? The peach that was on the map when you zoomed all the way out? Because it really grew on me when it was still there.
Anything is possible. I guess that's up to the artists.
It sounds like you're just more hungry than interested in seeing a peach on the map, but sure enough.
It was just comforting seeing it and having it there at all times, in this uncertain world with all the walkers.
We could probably add more peaches to the game for you. I think we currently have canned peaches. I don't know if we have any fresh ones though.
Yeah, that's good enough. I appreciate it.
All right, you guys ready for an upgrade?
Yeah.
Yep.
Get dangerous. All right, I see we have a visitor here, standing right next to me. All right. Oh yeah, we got lots of defense. It's going to be a much different experience. I think I went from 11 to 12 all on my own. And they almost got to my flag. Oh wow, you guys wiped out that well walker pretty quickly. The well walker is one of my least favorite walkers to fight. Getting slowed
I
down.
find the maps really hard to fight. They just trample you.
Yeah, or the radiation walkers.
True.
Me too.
Oh, the igniter is here. You just want to kite them away a little bit.
We do have audio design in progress, and we have great team members working on it. I think oftentimes in game development, sound design sort of falls later, but obviously we're developing this game sort of uniquely with the public development build, keeping it live as we develop. So in that way, sometimes it's important to prioritize things that would otherwise be sort of left towards the later end.
And
back
there
to
are
my
questions
sound.
before. And Brandon, what are the plans for the city center?
Yeah, there's lots of evolving plans for that. In some ways, I'd really like to have the city center be involved with PvP. And how we handle PvP in the game. Obviously, we have, I guess I pull up the map again now that my HQ upgrade here is done. The red zones on here are the PvP zones. Those that play the game a lot know that. Like to go in there and fight each other or try to bait other people to come in there, as you guys are play fighting here and you can't hurt each other. But the city center, when right now we have one county. When we have multiple counties, it will be a way to fast travel from one county to another. You'll go from city center to city center. How exactly we expand the PvP, we have a couple different routes we're exploring, but thanks for that grenade. I think involving the city center in that is going to be key. I guess can't really go down either route since they're sort of just up in the air, but the city center will play an important role in that. It currently is just kind of opened up to behave like any other zone. So when we make adjustments to that, then we'll definitely let you know.
Cool. Mm.
I think one of the key things that we discussed hopefully not too much of a spoiler, Brandon, was city centers would be fast travel locations as well. So you would have easy access to a lot of the different counties that will be eventually added to the game. I think eventually we want to build up to 10 counties. Is that right, Brandon?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So like everything you can see on the screen right there, that's one county. It's got 81 zones. So 810 zones is the plan for the map right now. And that would be a long way to walk if you're in the very center of this county and you wanted to get somewhere else. There are some fast travel methods in there right now, but mostly just allowing you to get to your alliance mates faster. The go back fast travel, the teleport back to where you went home from, I think. Well, I know there was some lack of love for it, but also understanding that it is a system in development.
True. I like the idea because I like to scavenge a lot. So it's
Yeah.
way easier for me now to drop the loot and etc. So I like it.
There's very valid points about the sense of adventure and stuff as you the farther you stray from like your safety point, your home point, and the distance to when you could have a way to teleport back home. And if you get far away from that, and you were to die there and drop your backpack, it would become much harder to reclaim it. And in those ways, that teleport back feature kind of minimizes that sense of danger. So they're valid points and definitely something we're taking into consideration.
People are commenting about they're loving that you can't build anymore on roads or block bridges. So that's true.
Yeah, you can't build on the roads. In some ways, that is necessary to make our lives as the developers easier. In certain systems that we're adding, we kind of need to ensure that players have access to a certain area, like the dungeons, for example. This might be news, but a lot of the dungeon entrances are going to be located along roadways, and that is to ensure that people can actually get to them. If we just stuck it out in the middle of the woods, and then you saw that and you and all your buddies go and just build your walls right around it, preventing anyone from getting there, that could be kind of frustrating for people not being able to get to their dungeon.
I don't know. That sounds like fun, Brandon.
It is the idea of fun to some players, and the idea of this sucks, I'm going to quit to other players.
Just got to get good, Brandon.
I guess
free market enterprise, man. Come on.
They're supposed to be super.
We'll have to turn on so you can destroy their walls, so you can just hack your way through and get to where you want to go.
Speaking of where I want to get going here, I've managed to make it over 3 grid spaces. It's going to take me forever. So for those that maybe don't know, our game has an alliance feature. How would I join your guys' alliance if I wanted to do that?
Let me pull up an alliance here, and I'm going to have to kick someone out for you. But that's what they get for not being online for 4 days. All right. So, Chris, if you look for the alliance Amber, AMBRE.
Okay, so pulling up the alliance menu, you can either hit the G key or this alliance button up here. And then you're saying type in EMB?
AMBRE.
Oh, Amber.
See if you can join before the spots fill up.
Okay, so it looks like this is your guys' alliance.
Yeah.
And I hit join.
Fast.
Okay. And so here I can see all the people in this alliance. And
so up at the top there, Hammer Pants, that's me.
okay.
House.
So if I wanted to fast travel to where you are, I can pull up this alliance menu, and if I hit this, this will take me to your HQ.
That's correct.
All right, let's do it.
You know that this fast travel thing, we had the alliance, I think that was 2 or 3 days ago. They're even promoting their alliance as a perk to joining, that they had like 6 HQs spread around the map in strategic locations, so they use it as an extra thing, like join our alliance and be able to fast travel to the common outer ring, like around the map.
I love to hear that.
Yeah.
Wow, look at this spread.
You like my base?
I do like it. I'm a little confused what the outer ring is about, but is that just for extra security?
Yeah,
Just-
so there's this thing, like when I upgrade my base, all these walkers seem to want to attack it for some reason. So I needed to put up these walls to keep them from killing me.
Do you need anything else to upgrade there, Brandon?
Let's see, what do I need? I guess I just need to make some planks, and then I think I'll be ready.
Oh,
Let me head back towards my base. I was trying to collect some metal. I have my task to collect metal, but running along those roadways, everyone always gets the metal before me.
Yeah, I was just getting murdered by a walker, and Tiny came in to save me. But before she did that, she did take my iron.
Oh, I
I'm
need
like,
to afford some.
he's good for now. Pick this up before I save him. At least I didn't
Anyone
leave you
need?
to die.
Does anyone need wood? I have like 300 of it plugging up my inventory.
So I need to get myself some chemicals in order to process my wood into planks. But if you've got planks already, feel free to. Oh, look at
Well,
some
there.
wood over here.
Yeah, right there. Everywhere.
And so a feature that isn't completely obvious, and I mean that we need to kind of improve its visibility a bit. But if you see here, I go in to make my planks and I'm missing chemicals. If I click on that, see that little purple magnifying glass has appeared. Over here on my radar, there's now a chemical icon. It's telling me where I can find chemicals in this zone. So I'm now going to follow its direction and
Oh, neat.
go find those chemicals. It's a very helpful feature for when you don't know how to find what you want to find.
true. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, that is very nice.
We have a few players here dropping a lot of resources on. They're doing a lot of kind of offering here.
With all due respect, I dropped I dropped 300 wood right there.
Oh, you dropped the wood?
Yeah, like 300 wood, maybe
Oh.
100 stone. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I saw. I think it was Chaos. dropping
Rancher was dropping some stuff too.
some. Yeah, Ranger.
Appreciate all the help.
Cool. Okay, Off-Grid was asking what we need us to the upgrades. Okay. Lucifer is talking about the new HQ upgrades that he loved it, but he would prefer that the walkers would be like high level during the HQ waves. Okay.
Product
what else?
development build, guys. This is why we have these, so you guys can tell the team what you want, and it'll be worked on. But it won't happen tomorrow. These things take time.
Mhm.
They just fix a lot. No building on roads.
I think my favorite quality of life improvement we got in is the moving of constructs. I can't show it off right now because I'm away from my base.
Oh man, I love that.
But yeah, I love that I don't have to figure out my entire base design before I build it. I can just kind of start moving things around. I guess I should probably go back and show it off instead of just talk about it.
And I
Yeah.
like that I don't have to redo getting all my resources from an upgraded wall.
Yeah, I was a big champion about the moving of constructs, just since
Yeah.
the visual look of a lot of the bases kind of looked kind of haphazard with the way a lot of people constructed their bases, because they would place something down and probably be a little frustrated or not know how they could move it. And that was because the feature hadn't been implemented yet. But I am curious to see what players will build now that they have agency over that and they can craft something that, you know, they want. Kind of play a little bit of a dollhouse, you know, decorated base. There's a lot of new constructs as well that'll be coming soon. If you want to decorate with more pieces, I think bathrooms are like one of the new things coming. Is that right, Brandon?
Yeah, bathrooms are on their way.
Yeah. There's a lot. I'm drawing a blank. There's so many new things that we're working on.
Yeah, I mean, even some of the stuff that's there, like the bed is there, right? And you can respawn at it, or like when you teleport back to your base, and if you didn't realize you actually go next to your bed. So you can kind of control where in your base you appear. But the bed doesn't have other functionality hooked up to it yet. But our plans is that when you lay down on your bed, you can heal up super fast. So if you come limping back with a blood trail to your base, instead of just having to stand around there and wait for yourself to heal, you can just hop in your bed, take a little nap real quick, accelerate your healing.
That's what I do when I get stressed. I take a nap and
Yeah.
I feel healed.
When you're mortally wounded on your way home,
Yeah,
lay down in your bed,
yeah. Or just, you know,
pick some
when there's too many teenagers in the house. It happens around that same time period. My kids are older, so there's usually 3 or 4 teenagers close by at any point.
You got the old man gripes going on.
A little bit.
Kids these days.
Well, you know, it's like it's always fun to you know, deck out your entertainment room with a cool TV and game consoles, and then not be able to use it because everyone's playing Mario Kart or I don't know. Soon to be The Walking Dead. I don't know. Who knows?
All of the teens will come over to play it.
We do have a few comments here. People love and I also love it, the possibility to craft multiples now. So way better. That's really a good quality of life improvement. And also we have a question about, for example, constructs like the generator, the rain catcher. Any extra utility in the future? How it's gonna work?
Yeah. So first, I'll talk about the rain catcher. It is going to help out your gardening. So there are planned gardens, which are sort of like a farming mechanic. You will be able to plant and grow food items so that you can get more of them. And the rain catcher will provide water so that you can support more garden, I believe is the mechanic. I'll have to brush up on that. And the generator is actually going to be used to recharge batteries. So maybe I should just leave that one dangling out there because that starts to sound like pretty exciting. You don't know anything about that yet.
Yeah, that's for sure. Open a lot of options there. That's cool. Well, there are a few things that we still need to do in the live stream. We need to do another upgrade. Later, we need to check out the police station there, so we can see how the transition works. Everything else.
Yeah, should we go to the police station? Is there one in this zone? I don't think it's in P32.
Are we going to the police station for a visit or to stay? Like, do you have something you want to confess? Is that
I need
is
to
that what's
bring my-
happening? Or is this just like Monopoly?
Well, the
TLJ?
walkers don't count as people anymore, so I don't think there's any law. Or I guess desecration of a corpse, that's a thing, right? So we might be guilty.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know. Walkers have feelings too, man.
Do they? I don't know if that's canon.
I don't. Yeah, maybe not.
Well, they seem awfully angry all the time. Also hungry.
Yeah, I think it's a hunger, right? Hunger for brains.
Yeah.
I just got destroyed by a wolf. I was not prepared.
Well, you won't last very long in the apocalypse, but we'll use you to distract something or
I mean, it's a good practice. If an apocalyptic event breaks out, just stay away from wolves. That's your first cue.
I mean, I'm gonna stay away from wolves regardless.
I guess it basically depends on if the movies have lied to us. Will animals actually reclaim the lands if there is an apocalypse? I'm Team Wolf. I would say yes.
Teen Wolf?
Like, no, Team Wolf. But, you know, I like Team Wolf as well. All of the above. Great 80s shout
Yeah,
out.
I think I will be more afraid even of like bears or something like that.
Forget bears, man. I think the most terrifying wild animal is a moose.
The tall animal, really
Just
big,
because it's so huge, man.
huge.
I don't know. I think I'd be a little more worried seeing a bear in the woods than a moose. But
And I think in an event like that, I think the bears are gonna like just move to the city, you know, just try to scavenge everything there.
I feel like you got a good plot for a movie there. Right? It's just the bears moving to the city.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a TV show.
Feels like a TV show.
Are you close to your base, Brenda?
I am. Should we do another upgrade?
I think yes, because people left the resource here, so we can put it to use.
And then maybe someone can tell us where the nearest police station is. I don't want to switch away from my game to look it up.
I'm currently in P31 and there is not one here.
I think there is one in Key 31, and Key 31 there is a base from the Alliance there.
Sweet.
Well, we can always just look at the map and find it.
Yeah, I think the police station is not marked on the map currently.
But visually it's there. So P30
Oh yeah,
is the police station.
there's one zone away. So
P32.
One of the map improvements also coming along is going to make it easier to tell which zone is which. You won't have to check your column and then check your row and line them up. They'll just be labeled.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah. Basically, when there's something that seems like it should obviously be there, it's usually because it just hasn't gotten to yet, or
Right.
nobody's gotten to it yet. All right, you guys ready for me to press this button?
mm-hmm.
Grade. Better put some food in my stomach.
Call.
course.
Oh, there's a big one out this way. There are two heavies here. Send help, please.
Where are you?
Yeah, I'm just south of the main entrance.
Oh, there's a.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
just
walk
kiting
with
them
me.
currently. There it is, teamwork.
I got stunned here. Not well walk.
I'm just gonna leave the well walker alone. I'll go fight something else. Always bring some bandages with you too. Really helps you survive, especially if you're the one upgrading. If you die, then everybody fails. All right, we did it. Proud owner of a level 14 HQ.
A few walkers here in the north part.
All right, where are we headed for this police station? You say K32?
Q30. Yeah,
Q?
the next zone. Q32. Man.
Teleporting over.
So who's seen the inside of an actual police station? Who's got a fun story? Who had a wild night? Anybody ready to confess?
Luckily enough, never actually been to the police station for a reason like that.
It's kind of an answer that begs another question when you.
I was a witness, like just a witness.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I've always wanted to be part of a lineup, but I can have my usual suspects moment.
Oh, I did that one time to recognize the person. Yeah, I did it.
Yeah, I was trying to remember if I've ever been in a police station. Don't think that I have.
I feel like that's something you'd remember. You ever been handcuffed?
Not by the police.
Uh-oh.
That's the classic talk show answer, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Somebody cue Conan.
Yeah, I'm almost there.
It's exciting to see the rest of the world kind of becoming a reality. At least on the art side, it's pretty cool to see stuff other than trees and grass.
There are little bays here inside the parking lots.
A shoebox.
Yeah.
Oh, two shoeboxes. Never mind. I did bring a walker with a hand grenade strapped to its chest, so have fun.
I just found a diamond ring. Too bad I'm already married.
Too bad, huh? All right, look,
Fancy.
we're gone inside.
Oh, we venturing into the interior.
Yeah, like part of the desire was to kind of make it as seamless as possible, as if you haven't really changed much. You just simply walk through a door, and I think it
Oh,
feels that way.
sorry.
Go ahead.
I discovered something.
I guess we don't get to know what it is, but one thing I can say that we're working on here in the interiors is to add more things to loot, like all these lockers and bookcases and stuff. So and ideally something in the bathroom too, although that starts to seem sort of sketchy. I don't know if you want to rummage around in the toilet to try to find.
Can see who didn't flush in the apocalypse. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
the
we put
classic.
peaches in the toilet, will you be happy about that?
Yeah, exactly. The classic Fallout moment when you're trying to pick something up and you accidentally drink from the toilet.
And
Yeah.
I think that a few players comment about and ask it. Any plans to have like a second level, third level, this kind of stuff?
Yeah, I'm glad that players are thinking along the same lines. Yes, there are plans for that. Once the tech is fleshed out, I mean, it's mostly there. Then it will be as simple as adding another one of these orange arrow doorways, and it would just lead, instead of back out to the main world, it would lead upstairs or downstairs. My dream is that we would have an office building, that would be stories upon stories, like a vertical dungeon where you're just battling your way up to the roof or something, recreating Die Hard or something like that.
Cool.
That-
Or
that's
maybe
That's a decent
Maybe-
dream, Brandon.
Thank you. Have
Yeah.
it every night.
maybe like
I-
a reverse thing.
I dream
Go ahead.
of $1 billion, but we have different wants.
Yeah, I mean, some of us only care about money, and
I don't only care about money.
some of us only care about Die Hard.
There's a lot of really awesome things you could do with $1 billion.
Yeah. One thing, Brandon, because of course you can go level by level, fighting your way to the top, but also maybe like imagine people would just going there, grabbing the elevator that maybe still works, and then being left alone there in the top, and so they need to fight to leave.
That's
So
true.
there's
But
or they die or they fight their way
you
through.
start out at the top and have to work your way
Yeah.
down.
Oh, it's a fun
Interesting idea.
concept. Yeah, pay
Because then-
an entrance fee and then see if you can make it out with all the loot.
That's a good thing. Yeah.
And that was one thing that sort of connects to what we were talking about earlier at the city centers, where we're talking about them having fast travel points. One of the ideas we have been playing around with is that you'd have to unlock those, and that could be something like a vertical interior, that you have to work your way all the way up, and there's like a helicopter landing pad on the roof of the building, and that is how you have to reach that in order to actually unlock that. Maybe that unlocks it for your whole alliance, although each player is probably going to want that experience of unlocking it.
That's good. That's cool.
It's just in the idea phase. Can't say that's going to be in the next build or anything. Well, we cleared out this police station. I can now tell people I've been in a police station.
And a question for Chris. So you added the police station and everything else, but any plans, like what is the next, not dungeon but interior place that you want to add to the game? Do you have something?
Yeah. So the police station was more or less just kind of a proof of concept. It kind of helped us solve a lot of the kind of technical issues that we needed to overcome with building of interiors. There's also the work that we had to do for the exterior of the building, like what happens when you approach an entrance. So we're still kind of finessing the visual look of that, but also just being able to see your player, like walking through the world, walking behind a tree, walking behind a bush isn't too big of a deal. You can still mostly see your player, see enemies that are approaching you, but what happens when you get behind some of these larger structures where it's multiple stories tall, what's shown on the ground uh, beneath that. These are all still things that we're constantly iterating on and working on. We're at a pretty good solution, I think, for the implementation of having this like cutaway tech that we're basically implementing for these larger, exterior buildings. There's still some issues that we're trying to weed out, but compared to where we were even just 3 or 4 months ago, being able to just seamlessly go from interior to exterior, it's really exciting to see. I think the next phase, before we kind of like to perfect the cookie cutter essentially before we start to add more variety. So I think the next step is to get the lighting represented inside of the interior spaces. So currently, what you see on the interior space is this is the same lighting, lighting.
From the outside world.
The lighting of the outside world, but it's just like the parameters that we have set for like the full day-night cycle that's happening inside or outside in the exterior. We kind of want to be able to turn that off for the interior and have like a custom lighting, solution for the interior spaces. So we still might have like a day-night cycle. So like during the daytime, you might see like sunbeams, bleeding through windows. And then at night, maybe the windows are boarded up, and there's just a different thing going on at night. Maybe nighttime requires a flashlight, potentially requires batteries to power that flashlight, things like that. I mean, those are all parts of discussions that we're having within the team, and are those things that we want to add to the economy? Is it fun, or is that something that would just be annoying? So that's just kind of how we implement things on the team. Stuff starts as an idea, and then we kind of try to solve the tech for it. We start to build kind of test assets to kind of prove out the gameplay. Does this work, does this not work, what would improve it, what would make it better, and then we'll do a play test. We actually do one weekly. We'll play the game with this new feature or this new tech, and we'll get feedback to the rest of the team. Likes, dislikes. What would make it better? What should we keep iterating, or is this at a state where it's good enough and we can move on and plan to revisit it and polish it later at some point? So it just depends on what the feature is, and how much heat around the team, how much passion there is from the team to like keep it as a focus. So getting interiors was basically having the team focused on that. I would say probably for a good solid month. Just because it required multiple disciplines to get involved with design, setting up the the triggers, engineering, setting up the server architecture to support interior spaces. There was some map work that needed to be done. So when you transition to an interior, it's not looking at the exterior map. It's a new map that's for the interior space. And even then, there's still work to be done there, because currently, when you go inside and pull up your map, it still just shows the exterior. The hope is to eventually have a full, mini map, interior mini map, as well as for the dungeons as well. So you'd see possibly like a fog of war, areas that you've explored, areas that you haven't for the interior spaces. So there's a lot of ideas floating around. How much of them get traction, how much of them are the things that we focus on. They're all just kind of led by the team that is driving these features, and also just gauging player excitement. So if there's features that you guys are excited about, make it known on the forum. Make it known on Discord, and we definitely see those comments, read those comments. If everyone's saying the same thing, we'll definitely give it our attention. That was probably a very long-winded answer to your question of what's next for interiors. But a lot is coming. It's exciting to be where we're at, but there's still a lot of work left to do.
Let's see here. And Brandon is back at his base. Oh no, the surroundings of the base.
Near the base. I gotta go make myself a new machete. My machete's about to break. My favorite.
Yeah, just before the live stream, I think I crafted about 5 or 6 just so it's gonna be easier. I like to use
Fancy.
so they're good to when you deal with several walkers at the same time. And anything about the next pace of updates, Brandon? Like, do you think that you're gonna have like mostly like bug fix every week?
There's so many things in flight, and it's difficult to tell when things will be ready. Sometimes we think something's going to be ready 1 week, and obviously we test things, and then we discover an issue, and then it's got to go in and get worked on for a while. Sometimes there's even flaws in how it works or something, and we have to kind of like reevaluate it or stuff like that. So it's hard to say what exactly is going to be ready until it actually is ready. So yeah, I can say definitely bug fixes.
Yeah, it's usually some exploit that wasn't considered that exposes a chink in the armor of some new feature or some new tech that we've implemented. But it's always fun.
Yeah, and with that, I even want to repeat the thank you that I commented before to a few of the players, mostly people that are there with us in Discord. Thank you a lot when you send any exploit, bug, or big bug to me by DM, so we can just pass to the team at short notice so they can already fix it. So that really helps. And of course, also, thank you for not using any exploit that you see in the game. That's part of the thing also.
Fully agree with that.
So Brandon, what's a variant walker? I know we recently added those.
Yeah, so variant is sort of a term that's going to describe any of the walkers that are different from kind of the typical walker. The one that is in like the current build, there's only one, and it's sort of a walker that amplifies ones around it. I believe like thematically it's screaming, which is sort of getting the attention of all the other walkers, making them a little more agitated. But there are a couple of new variants that are currently getting worked on. They're not done yet, which is reason like what I was saying. I can't be sure like they're going to be in our next update or anything. But if you watched the Daryl Dixon Walking Dead show, then you probably know what I'm talking about. But I like the idea of kind of leaving it mysterious like that. And so if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you just have to ask somebody else or go watch the Daryl Dixon show.
Yeah, AMC has another show coming up next
Yeah,
week,
it's
right?
called The Ones Who Lived. It's got Rick and Michonne. And yeah, it's
Continuation of the story. I know a lot of fans
this month,
are
I
super
believe.
excited about seeing what's going to happen with Rick and Michonne after how they kind of left things with the series finale.
Yeah. Mm.
Next month, I think. Yeah, I think in March. But yeah, it's been a long time. If you're a watcher of the Walking Dead TV show, it's been a long time since Rick has been in the show. Even though this is like technically a spin-off from the main series, you get Rick back. Michonne has also been gone for a while. But I believe last we saw Rick, he was being flown away in a helicopter.
Presumed dead.
Mhm. It was a long time ago, true.
Would you guys be able to talk about something you're personally excited about in development? Something that's coming up or something that's still in the very early phases?
So yeah, I could talk about just kind of the overall, just kind of polish to the world that is kind of happening behind the scenes. So uh, a lot of the environment currently was built, you know, kind of as our early proof of concept of how we wanted to structure the environments. You know, testing out, you know, how do we load this much content? How big can we make the world? What's something that is you know going to work for development and for the players? So, you know, we built out a lot of the play spaces. It's kind of like a lot of the early assets that we had, you know, bushes and trees and grass, ad nauseum. But what's happening now with the development team, at least on the art side and partially the design side, is, you know, we're moving more into like city environments, a lot of like suburb buildings, you know, houses and basketball courts and um, you know, houses with pools and libraries and gas stations and, you know, kind of all those things that you'd kind of see as you move out of kind of the more, you know, rural areas of the world and move in towards the towards the urban areas. So, you know, that means like, you know, eventually we want to get to, you know, warehouses and restaurants and office buildings and all those kind of things. So, you know, we're slowly moving in that direction, and it's definitely exciting to kind of see it on our end. But, you know, unfortunately, a lot of that work hasn't quite made it out to the live build just yet. But you know, we are getting closer, which I'm excited about. And then coupled with that, we've gone back through a lot of the previous environments that have been released and done a pretty heavy optimization and polish pass. So that basically means, you know, more things to collect, you know, denser foliage, um, you know, more vehicles, just kind of overall just polish to the world. One of the other things that we've added to a lot of the tiles are pathways. So you know, some of the tiles have these pathways, but we're also like building up the environment around the pathways, so it looks more natural than kind of our early shotgun approach of just kind of assets kind of randomly spread across the environment pretty evenly, like trees and bushes and things like that. So yeah, it's exciting to see a lot of this stuff kind of come to life, and you know, having these cool landmarks as part of the map as well, where you can, you know, talk to your squad mates and tell them, hey, you know, we're at the police station, or we're by the water tower, or, you know, we're going to do this raid on this fire station. Those will all be part of the conversation soon, and then eventually leading into dungeons as well, where you can explore a metro tunnel or a sewer or something like that.
Yeah, that leads into my answer, which was going to be dungeons, because for sure that opens up the most controlled environment that we're going to have for combat experiences. And I know the design team is excited to actually get in there and set up walker encounters and stuff where they have more like guaranteed control, doing things like boss battles and stuff like that. It will feel a little different than out in the world. We'll also be able to kind of ensure like you kind of have to complete that yourself for a solo dungeon, like with the walker waves when you're upgrading your HQ. Like you saw earlier here, if you have 5 people come over and help you, then it's pretty easy, right? You don't necessarily have to make any big accomplishments yourself. But when you go into a dungeon all by yourself, you don't have any help. And then probably the part I'm most excited about is when we get to the party dungeons, which is when you would party up with a group, go into those dungeons, because I love cooperative multiplayer. So I think that's just going to be the most fun.
I'm looking forward to spamming the global chat with a request to join a group.
Hey, Brandon, there's one of the players, Lucifer. He's going to do a level 63 upgrade in N32. Maybe we can go there just to check it out.
All right, let's see how am I going to get to N32.
Well,
Some
determination.
It's not far. It's like 2-3 zones away, or like 2.
Yeah, it begs the question: are we going to eventually have modes of transportation in the game?
Ooh.
I know it's always brought up a lot of
Yeah.
discussions internally, but I know it's technically probably possible, but it's also a pretty big feature if we were to add it, just because it would impact so many different systems. So,
And a big part of that question is, exactly what do you mean by that, right? Like,
a go-kart.
right? Yeah,
I want a go-kart through the Walking Dead.
the Walking Dead kart racer.
Yeah, of course. Okay, maybe a motorcycle.
There are a few questions in chat about the founder's key and even about premium, but today we're showcasing more other parts of the game, and I'm gonna leave these questions for other time, or even in Discord. So just to address the questions. Okay, I'm just arriving at N32, and the coordinates are -71, -107. Let's.
Tiny just gave me a peach. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I love seeing all the icons migrating, like we're a herd, to N32. It's fun.
Yeah, that was a big addition to the map. Like when you could live or see the other players moving around live, makes a big difference.
And soon with nameplates. Spoiler. Or did you already mention that one, Brandon?
I did mention it. I don't think I used the term nameplates though. So
Oh, okay.
I'm a simpleton who just called them labels.
Oh, okay. Oranges.
Oranges, peaches, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I found it. Found the guys here. Let's see.
Here's a good a question for the community. One thing we are working on getting onto the map is the crafting stations. And for those of you with crafting stations, do you think you would want an option to hide it so that it didn't show up on the map. Because in general, I believe you'd always want people to know where it was so they would come and use it. But maybe you want to be more secretive. What do you think?
Oh, I feel
Can I
like it
just
could be a nice
hide it from
option.
you, Brandon?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Oh, sorry, story's done.
No, all good. Just the option to stick it to my friends and hide my crafting station.
Oh, they left a wall here open so we can reach inside the base. That's good.
I do
And
like
also-
moving your pathways in the world, Chris.
Yeah, it's always fun to have a little bit more direction in life, isn't it?
All right, you said there's an open wall. Oh yeah, in the back over here. Okay.
Yeah. It's good to showcase a little bit of the
Oh.
base.
Nice looking base you got here.
Crafting stations here. Lot of space.
Neat.
You're just waltzing right on in.
There's even wildlife in here inside.
Oh, you got blood all over his floor, man. Come on.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make a rug, deer hug.
It's the big party foul in the apocalypse, right? When you slaughter a deer right in the middle of someone's house.
Yeah, at least have the decency to slaughter it outside. Oh, bandages. Thank you.
Oh yeah. So we're kind of ready here, Lucifer. So and it's good to see that they can upgrade the HQs way beyond what was previous possible. So that's cool.
Yeah, I believe you can go all the way up to 100.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on
And
that.
a lot of people just discover it. So oh, a lot of walkers.
Here they come. Oh God, Winslow, no.
Oh, I got trapped in the. Oh, the weasel near stunning everyone.
Get him, get him.
Oh,
There's bees everywhere.
Yeah.
oh, there's a
Alright.
horde like to your right.
Oh, snap.
The horde?
There's a horde over here.
Oh yeah, that is.
Yeah, I brought a horde for you guys. Is that all right?
Thanks.
Oh,
Speaking of party fouls,
I don't know what happened. They just found me right when I found you guys. I just wanted you to have all that XP.
I have never seen so many walkers on screen.
Oh no, I'm gonna die.
Use your bandages.
Run!
So are we gonna add reviving to the game, Brandon? For Alliance members?
Yeah, so at least in the party dungeons, that is the plan. Because, like I said, it's kind of like the more curated combat experience. I could see that possibly going out to the real world. I guess it just have to be something that takes a bit of time to help somebody up. So in situations like what we were just doing, it could be sort of dangerous to do so. We've also been working on something like defibrillators that you could carry on you that would take up one of your inventory slots, but if you did die or become incapacitated, something that could automatically revive you and be consumed in the process. If you play zombie kind of games, you probably have seen that sort of stuff before.
And I was not paying attention there to the game, and I died.
No.
Oh, running myself back there.
Seems like no one cares about this loot, so I'll start picking it up.
It felt a little rude picking it up after it didn't do anything, so I just left it. There, I repaired everything I could repair.
It's a pretty nice looking base, Lucifer. Thumbs up.
Yeah, I like the foyer they have out front.
I just like that all of the crafting stations aren't like in a yard sale outside of the base. That's my favorite part.
Yard sale, I like that.
Well, it wasn't their fault. We didn't give players the ability to move their stuff. But now
Oh, they have a
can.
pet walker. They have a pet walker inside.
I gotta see this.
Yeah, it's just hanging out. Look,
Where?
I'm not sure if it was a random spawn, but it's just chilling there. Look.
Yeah.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
Lucifer, what's your pet's name? Looks like an Nancy to me.
It's a male. Oh, he's killing him. Oh no. Don't do it. Oh,
Oh, great.
he had a good run.
What kind of base are we in?
It's like the other day that there was a base when we were testing the last update. And then there was a base there with a bear trapped inside. They trapped it in a little enclosure. Then I did a campaign there in Discord to free the bear. And they just killed the bears and posted a pic.
Oh,
That's tough.
can have FEMA after us.
Yeah, PETA.
Oh, what did I say? Yeah, I said it wrong. Peter.
Okay,
Looks
I'm
like they
back.
were reporting that food is glitched. There,
Okay.
something we need to fix.
About the when moving zones, you say? That one?
I believe it was Lucifer just had a message above their head there using like the yellow feature. Said food is glitched. QA might be aware of that, but maybe just I don't know.
So, just really quickly circling back to the transportation thing, what would be the optimal mode of transportation in a zombie-like apocalypse? Paul just said an electric vehicle because it's quiet.
Yeah. Maybe bikes. We need to stash bikes when everything ends.
I can agree with Paul. Like if you had a solar panel roof kind of one, and you could just drive and park someplace sunny. and always be ready to go. You don't have to try to find gasoline that still works.
All right, fair enough. We'll need somebody from BD to reach out to Tesla.
I was gonna say hot air balloon, but then I realized we run out of gas there too. But it seems like a great escape vehicle. Like you could just have it on your roof, and then if your house got surrounded by zombies, you just go get in the hot air balloon and float away.
Yeah,
That
have it
sounds
on
like
standby.
That sounds like a solution to my teenage problem. Just need a hot air balloon.
You could unplug the router. That would work too.
Oh yeah, okay. But then I wouldn't be able to live stream.
Don't stock the fridge, and then go to someone else's house.
Yeah, just blame it on my wife. Stop going to Costco. No more Rice Krispie treats.
Oh boy, I'm in trouble.
Oh, no energy there. These well walkers take a long time to kill.
Oh, it's not letting me click on it. Wow, wait.
Yeah, trying to hang in the legendary zone with you fools. Me at my level 1 character is it's not working out too well. I got a nice parade of walkers following me though.
Yeah, I'm also struggling with the baseball bat.
Oh, denied. Yeah, I might have to just forfeit my goodies.
And I use all my good weapons.
We haven't really talked about the pack-up feature yet.
Oh, true.
But I was just doing some upgrading of my walls and floor and stuff, and say that it was sort of, in the past, disheartening to spend a lot of resources to upgrade them, because once you had to move to a higher rarity zone, you just had to blow it all up. But now that you can pack up those upgraded walls and floors and take them with you, it's much more satisfying. And if you couldn't tell, when you make better walls and stuff, it takes a lot longer for the walkers to chew through them. So, good defense.
Yeah, that's way better now with the pack function.
Yeah, and if you don't upgrade your floors, I know currently we are not enforcing that your floor needs to be upgraded before the walls built on it can be, but that is coming.
Oh.
So that's another little tidbit that probably has not been mentioned. Probably not like the sexiest update, like you have to upgrade your floors, but almost met my task. 200 wood, I did it.
It's so nice to see all the new structures.
Yeah, that house that you just passed by, that's very cool. Like this place with the shed and everything else.
Yep, I really like this toolbox. I need one like that for my garage.
Mm-hmm.
If you're ever playing and you think you're being attacked by a ghost bear, and you had just killed a bear, I'm mentioning this. It may or may not have happened to somebody in real life. But
Yeah, maybe those bears from the other day.
it's actually a bleed effect on you that is dealing continuous damage from the wounds from the bear.
All right, no ghost bears. Nice.
I like Ghost Bear, okay?
No, I also get
So-
to judge these people because they have 3 garbage bins and they don't recycle. Got plastic mixed up with perishables, just terrible.
Yeah, putting deer carcasses in the trash.
Good.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to do that.
I mean, that's the one pro of the apocalypse is, global warming's solved.
Yep.
Half the population's dead.
Yeah.
Done. We did it.
That's yeah. I read a lot. I read a lot of books about this kind of environment, like scenario. Like there are a lot of survivalist books nowadays, like fiction ones. There is one that's like a couple arguing after the end of the world. Like, do they wash the dishes or just they throw the plates at the window just because they have so many plates from the neighborhood? They're arguing in the book about that.
Oh, that's a really good trope. I like it.
Yeah, like the water to clean the dishes with is more valuable than the dishes themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds like a really good theory that I think you could test for us, Brandon, at home. Start throwing your dishes
Get me in trouble,
out
Chris.
the window.
Yeah.
Well,
How many?
I'm trying to fulfill your dream of going to the police station. That's what you said you wanted. Right?
You mixed up Die Hard and Police Station.
Oh, okay. I just get confused.
Comes with the age.
Oh, I don't have.
Oh, snap. It's called experience, boy.
You can only complain
Get it.
about teenagers so many times.
I don't have a machete anymore.
Do you want a baseball bat? I have a baseball bat.
Yeah, I need to go back to scanning things. Oh, thank you.
It's not a good baseball bat.
This is a last line of defense here. Oh, there's like the silos here also. Cool.
I want to build more storage, but I don't have any. But I have been told that removing some more storage items earlier.
And are we about HQ storage? Any plans to have like a separate slots for wood and stone, like they do in other games? Like a big stash to just place the
Or
wood and stone.
yeah, or bigger stacks maybe.
Yeah.
We have some of that.
Yes, there has been talk about it. There is not a definitive solution or like a change that we're planning on doing right now. We are making changes to storage. Specifically, I think right now when you upgrade your HQ, it's never actually changing the storage size, but there are going to be certain HQ upgrades that increase the storage size in there. Yeah, there has been talk about different mechanics we could use to increase the stack size, whether that would come from your skill tree or other means. So I guess the vague answer is yes. Some things will change about it. I know right now your HQ inventory can definitely just like get clogged up with tons of wood and stuff. It does help somewhat to convert things into planks and stones or carved stones. Stone blocks, that's what we're calling them.
Would we be able to deconstruct them in the future?
Potentially. Yeah, I know that's been something like, especially with ammo, people have wanted to put their ammo into the scavenger to like turn it back into metal and gunpowder. So yeah, I think that's probably something that will happen eventually.
Sounds like somebody is fighting a horde right now.
But they're just taking notes. Brandon says that I can recycle my ammo.
I was just talking with Lucifer there in his base, just because we had in the past like 2 weeks ago, maybe. I think where Dark Rift was the first player to reach level 100 levels in an NFT hero, and now there's a chance like who's gonna be the first one to reach max level for the HQ. So we're anxious to see.
I'll give you a hint. It won't be me. The problem I always have when I play our game is I'll start playing it and then I'll immediately see stuff I want to improve the
Change.
visual quality of, and I'll immediately start working on making it look better. But yeah,
Okay.
Thank you, Paul.
Yeah. Anything else that you want to show us, Brandon and Chris?
Nothing coming to mind. I think we have shown off all the stuff that was major updates.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay,
Any
awesome.
upgrades to do?
What was that?
Any upgrades?
Oh,
You need help.
I've got some resources need collecting.
Let's see.
Stone therapy.
All right, Tiny, do you have anything to say?
Yes, don't forget to like and subscribe. Download the TWDE Empires. So TWDE Empires.game.
It's good.
And don't forget the link in the description below.
Awesome. So I think that we show everything in the next live stream. I'm trying to get us a few giveaways so we can do here. So don't forget to check. And also, Sinister, do you want to talk about the Friday live stream?
So for the Friday live stream, we're currently attempting to either do Helldivers or Lethal Company, depending on the team composition. But we will be making an announcement in the near future to let you know. So stay tuned.
Cool. Okay. Thank you for the showing here and playing with us, everyone. And also, don't forget to anything that you want to talk about the game, suggestions, or any question, you can always post there in our Discord channel, and you can access that by galagames.chat. And don't forget to interact there, because then anything that you're gonna announce, you're gonna use the TWD Empires role, so you can select this role over there. Then you're gonna receive the ping for anything new in the game. So gonna pass to you all to say goodbye. Brandon?
Thanks for having me on here today, and the opportunity to play the game for like an hour straight. It's been awesome.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure as always. It's always fun to hang out with the crew and bring a horde of walkers to a base you're trying to upgrade. It was my pleasure.
Thanks you guys so much for joining us today. It was fun.
Yep. Thank you, everyone.
And thank you, everyone. And also thank you, Paul, that's
Big
working
thanks to
here
Paul.
together with us and doing a lot for the live streams. Thank you, and bye-bye.